Hi there and welcome to another episode of My Travel Money TV. With holidaymakers being more travel savvy and frugal than ever, it is becoming increasingly popular for couples and families to drive abroad, particularly when travelling on the continent. We have compiled some of these top 10 tips to save money so that you can travel knowing that you've got a little bit more spending money in your back pocket. So before I begin, it is essential to bring your passport, insurance documents and your driver's licence and green counterpart if you are going to hire a car abroad. In most EU countries, it is a legal requirement to pack a fluorescent jacket and a hazard triangle should you break down. So they are two key points to remember should you be hiring a car abroad. So we've got our first 10 points. We've got be flexible with ferries. The ferries might not seem the most appealing method of crossing the English Channel, but it sure is the cheapest way. If you're travelling to Europe, give the Dover-Calais crossing a go. With prices as low as £70 return, this does work out a lot cheaper than the Eurotunnel and Eurostar. You can usually find the cheapest deals by comparing online in advance on sites such as ferrysaver.com, and as usual, off-peak fares tend to be the least expensive. Secondly, we've got compare hire as soon as you know your travel dates. Comparison websites such as carrentals.co.uk provide up-to-date and speedy offers on over 50 car rental companies, which eliminate the process of doing the research yourself. The sites will usually present to you with a voucher, which you then use to claim your discount or offer on arrival. Thirdly, try and haggle for cheaper car hire. In some countries, such as Morocco and Brazil, it is common to haggle for cheaper car hire when collecting your car. Companies will usually be keen to negotiate in order to come to an agreement. If you speak the native language of the country you're visiting, there's no harm in trying to lower the price, as long as you remain polite and courteous should they not be willing to make any special arrangements. Fourthly, avoid overnight crossings. Say you have a lot of time to spare but are strapped for cash, it still works out more expensive for an overnight cabin on a long ferry crossing. You will tend to find it a lot cheaper crossing daytime and staying in a budget hotel en route. Fifthly, travel toll-free. Toll prices are becoming significantly more expensive when travelling via autoroute on the continent. Particularly in France, you can find yourself paying around £200 return from Calais to Nice. To avoid toll-free zones, make use of websites such as mappy.com, which will calculate both the toll and cost of fuel on your planned journey and help you find the cheapest alternative to driving on the motorway. So also, always be sure to check fuel policies. Beware of car hire fuel policies which may find you spending more on fuel than necessary. Some policies will have you pay upfront for a full tank of fuel, which may be unnecessary if you don't plan on driving much. Try to make an estimated guess of how much you will be driving to avoid paying for unused fuel. The best companies offer full-to-full or part-full and return as you found it policies, meaning you'll only pay for the fuel as you use it. This is because you either get it full and return it full, or return it with the same amount of fuel as when you picked it up. Try using websites such as autoeurope.co.uk, which allow you to compare and filter car rental by fuel policies. If you're travelling with family, bring your own child seat. If you're going on holiday with kids in tow, hiring child seats can start at around £5 a day, which can work out a costly investment. Instead, you will find it much more cost effective to check in a child seat as luggage on the airplane to place in the hold. Beware of speed cameras. If you are already overwhelmed by the prevalent use of speed cameras in Great Britain, you will find increasing use of them on the continent just as much of a nuisance. In some cases, you may even find traffic police to levy on-the-spot fines when over the speed limit. Unfortunately, speed cameras are not signposted as well abroad as they are in Britain, so be sure to watch your speed limit, especially in small villages in towns. Try to rent a diesel. It has been proven that renting a diesel car is the cheapest option on the continent, with the only extreme exception being the USA, where petrol is substantially cheaper than diesel. Of course, fuel prices are forever changing, so always check and compare fuel type prices before booking. And last of all, use a free sat-nav. Yes, completely free. With SatNav Hire averaging at £50 a week, downloading the super savvy app NapFree onto your smartphone can save you this money. And of course, it does not use data roaming, as maps are preloaded offline and instead use GPS to locate you. With over 30 countries, voice prompts and route planning on the free version, it's a great app that will save you heaps of money when driving abroad. So we hope you've enjoyed this episode of My Travel Money TV and hope that you can save a bit of cash on your next holiday through car hire. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at MyTravelMoney.co.uk or reach out to me via email at sophia@mytravelmoney.co.uk. Thank you for watching and goodbye.